So I'm here at the 9th Physiological Support Squadron, also known as PSD, for all those old heads that have been around the YouTube since like 1960 and on. I'm here with Tech Sergeant Johnny Curley, who is one of, where do you work at in PSD here?
I am the NCOIC of the Launch and Recovery section.
So the NCOIC of Launch and Recovery. So he's in charge of making sure the pilots are integrated correctly.
Mm-hmm.
They're suited up, they have enough oxygen, the aircraft have enough oxygen, and you integrate us into the aircraft for high flights.
Correct.
Used to do low flights, but...
With the new pilots, we do that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very cool.
Yep.
So the motto in the 9th Physiological Support Squadron is they toe the line between life and death. And that's very true. I used to work here as the DO. I was acting commander here for 6 months, and I have nothing but love for the squadron because they do an important job. And I love these guys. And it's great to come back here and see people that I haven't seen for like 9, 10 years and how they've all promoted and grown and done a whole bunch of stuff. So I wanted to talk to you today. Tell me where you're from.
I am from right down the road, Stockton, California.
Wow. Stockton native.
Yep.
So don't judge him by the beard and stuff just because he's from Stockton. No, seriously, he does have a shaving waiver. So for all you people like, the military's gone downhill, stop it. So tell me, why did you join the Air Force and why did you decide to do physiological support?
Well, I always wanted to be in the military. So I have a lot of folks in my family that have been in the military. I got to a point in my life, I joined a little bit late. I joined at 23.
Okay. What were you doing before that? Come on,
kind of going to community college.
Okay.
And just working odd jobs.
So you're kind of finding your way through life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and I originally actually wanted to join the Army.
We're going to cut that out because of the Army. No, I'm just kidding. We love the Army, love the sister services.
I wanted to join the Army, but they didn't have a job that I was kind of going for.
Right.
And then I was walking by the Air Force recruiter, and he said that they had pararescue. And so I got a contract for pararescue. I did all the tests. I joined, and I ended up failing out of that. Then I got thrown into AFE.
Okay. That's AFE is...
Aircrew flight equipment.
Yes, so it's all the flight equipment stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you a question.
Sure.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to kind of put you in the spot so you can answer,
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you weren't successful in one area.
Right.
So what made you, I think a lot of people need to know, what made you continue to push on and find another field that, from what I understand from the commander here, you're pretty damn good at? Because some people fail and they give up.
Right. I don't think it's in my nature to do that. So I wanted to be a part of something bigger than myself, and even though I failed out of that, the Air Force seemed like home, kind of. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Yeah. So.
No, I mean, there's times that we're not successful in something, or we don't rise to our expectations.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people nowadays like just give up and they want to do something different, or they don't want to do anything and they just want to sulk in that place. But like, you picked yourself up because you thought, hey, this is a place, this is bigger than me, and I could contribute in a lot of other ways.
Right.
And I could do some meaningful things and still have this fulfillment in life and all that stuff. So I think I think a lot more people should be like that.
My first duty station was Cannon Air Force Base.
I'm sorry.
Actually, it's okay. A lot of people, everybody says that actually.
I used to fly by Cannon when I was flying aircraft, and I'm like, I hope I never get stuck here.
Yeah. Yeah.
F-16s out there?
No, so it's an AFSOC base now.
Okay, all right.
So they've got the C-130s, CV-22s,
Nice.
some drones.
Okay.
But I pretty much hit every shop out there, AFE wise. And in hindsight, it was a great assignment. You know, there's not a lot of things to do out there, so
That's what I hear.
yeah. So you get really close with your coworkers. At least we did, and the morale was high. And some of my best friends to this day are from there. So
That's cool. How did you get from Canon to Beale to a
Well-
totally different aircraft? Like the U2 is this beast of its own. We're like this own ecosystem.
Mm-hmm. So back then there used to be an AMS ad for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, you know, I'm sorry. So as soon as I got to Canon, I was clicking on that button as soon as I could. And just one day I got it.
All right.
Yeah.
So how many years have you've been here? 6 years, you said, in the program?
It'll be 6 years in July.
How do you like the YouTube program and doing the job here?
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Tell me, what's the one thing you love about, give me the one thing you love about aircrew flight equipment or the YouTube program. What do you love about doing this job?
How close we are to the mission.
Okay.
You know, without us, the bird doesn't launch.
Correct. 100%.
And we're, you know, one of the last hands that gets shook by the pilot in the cockpit. You know, we're hooking them up. And, you know, when you hook up your first pilot or launch your first pilot, it's like, it's really cool.
If anyone is looking to get into this field, what would your words of wisdom or you'd recommend for them to do or behave or?
To never give up, obviously.
Yes.
And know that when things get rough, like, it doesn't last forever. So sometimes you got to embrace the suck and, you know, just push through.
Yep.
You know, look at the glass half full.
Absolutely. So for those young 17, 18-year-olds, recommend that?
Oh, yeah.
Embrace the suck, people, because sometimes it happens.
Yep.
I
100%.
appreciate you. Yeah,
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you so much for taking the time out to talk with me.
Of course.
Talking to some of the viewers out there. And
Definitely. Thank you, ma'am.
thank you.